Hello, you. This is just a quick announcement to tell you that there may be a bit of a slowdown in the podcast. And I know that some of you are thinking, wow, slower than it already is, Mike. You couldn't get any slower than that if you actually stopped doing it. But I have embarked on a crazy little side project, which is to become a nationally recognized tour guide by the Ministry of Tourism of the Republic of Italy, which implies a written exam, which I passed last Friday, and then an oral and practical exam. Now, the written exam was 40 questions about the history of art in Italy, history, archaeology, and legislation regarding tourism and national heritage sites. Now, for about half a day, I thought I was a genius because I got 37 right out of 40, with 25 being the passing rate, until I discovered that it was such a simple exam that about 94% of the candidates passed. And now, the ministry is going to have to deal with an oral test for about 7,800 people. Anyway, that's their issue. The oral now requires me to study 188 sites all over Italy, from the most famous such as the Pantheon in Rome, to a small pile of rocks that fell over a couple of centuries ago in the middle of nowhere. So why did I embark on this crazy side venture? Well, first of all, times are a little bit. One of the main customers, a company where I am a sort of English consultant and assistant, has decided to cut their English training budget by about 50%. Translation work, thanks to the introduction of AI, has practically disappeared, and teaching work is reducing as well. But rather than complain when the going gets tough, I go and have a nap. No, what I meant is I'm trying to diversify what I can do, and I thought becoming a tour guide would be in line with that. Now, this is actually also connected to a big surprise that I'm going to announce. So this is the announcement of the surprise that I will be announcing sometime probably next month. Let me give you a clue and see if you can guess. It has to do with the fact that the next episode will regard Machiavelli, and Machiavelli started off in Florence and was very active around the courts of the Romagna area. I'll leave it at that. The big surprise announcement is coming next month. You, dear Patreon supporter, already know what I'm talking about, so shh, don't spoiler it, please. There was also another surprise that I've been announcing for quite a while. I'd say about 2 years now. It's still coming, but I'm going to stop announcing that because every time I do, the deadline gets pushed back, forward. It gets postponed, is what I wanted to say. Now, we are pausing at a pretty good point because I was actually planning to do one more episode and then doing a recap and then starting again with the 1530s and 1540s and bringing an end to the Italian wars, and then everybody in Italy can go to sleep until the Risorgimento comes around. It's going to be a kind of sort of hiatus because I am working on a lot of archaeology, art history, and so on. So what I was thinking is cheating and using some of the study materials to do episodes with. For example, do you think you could be interested in an episode on the history of archaeology? Who were the first people to find stuff and say, this old stuff looks important, let's stick it in a room and have people come and look at it? Or, this stuff looks valuable and cool, I'm going to collect it and then show off to other people that I have it. Also, what does the word archaeology actually mean? What is a magnetometer and what is it for? And so on and so forth. So if you think that could be interesting, let me know in the comments where you're listening to the episode, send an email, and so on and so forth. As I mentioned at the beginning, times are tough, so now would be a wonderful time to start supporting the podcast. You can go to ahistoryofitaly.com, to the support page, click through to Patreon or Tippy or PayPal or whatever you want, and support the show. If you want to get in touch for these or any other reasons, please don't hesitate to do so. hello@ahistoryofitaly.com, or on Facebook, or on Twitter, or on Instagram. I also hope you're enjoying the new This Week in Italy feature. Let me know what you think about that. So until our next appointment, whenever that may be, thank you very, very much for listening, supporting, being there, being wonderful, and arrivederci.